Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Study Desk of Anand. If you are new here, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel for amazing tutorials on AI, programming and interview preparations. Today I am going to show you step-by-step setup of how we can do for a voice agent using a WAPI dashboard. Now, this is the powerful tool that lets you build and test your voice enable application directly from your local system. Now, why we need a voice agent, right? Voice agents are becoming the future of human computer interactions. And with WAPI, you can create a smart assistant that talk to you in a real time. Perfect for AI project, chatbot, or even for a customer support solution. In the first video, we have seen the demonstration, right? How we can communicate with uh, applications such as like communicating as a human, and we are getting a response like a human. Now, in order to see how we can create a setup and what are the additional thing required to do it, so let's get started. What we need these commands that I have documented here that you can see. If you need this document, send out a email id or send out a like request in comment section, so I will definitely forward this document to each one of you. And let's see the demonstration part how we can do a setup first. So we will open a PowerShell command here so that we can see. And the first command which we can see, right, open PowerShell and run. So this will install a WAPI CLI command line interface. So I'll just execute this, and that we can see a WAPI CLI installer is running here, and this is extracting, and we can see that verification successfully done. Now the next step, we need to do a WAPI login here. Now if you don't have account to WAPI, what you can do, you can visit to this website, dashboard WAPI AI, and there you can using a Gmail you can create your account. That's a very straightforward. You just need to authenticate with your Gmail ID, and the WAPI account will be created. So post the account is created, this is the dashboard of WAPI that you can see here, and you can get your API key from here by clicking on this API key. So you can see a private key, a CLI key, and the public key. So this is the key which we require for testing our application, the public key which we are hitting from our application. Now let's come back to our setup. What we need, again we go back to your PowerShell, and then we do a WAPI login. Now, when you hit this command, at first attempt this fail. The reason being the URL which mentioned here, right? It's not fully copy, and it was unable to like reach out to the authentications uh, server, and it's fail. So we just manually copy paste this URL, and when we hit in the browser, then we can see that the WAPI authentication is successful. Okay, as a next step, what we need to do, as we talk about the how to get the public API key, right, once you log into there. Now we must need a Visual Studio, as WAPI support only one IDE, that is a Visual Studio. We create a Python project here that we can, I already created a Python project here. So we do have this directory, right, gen AI, where the file is being created. So we will be direct switching our PowerShell directory to this home directory of the project that we can see gen AI. So I'll just switching my directory here. I'll say PyChamp projects and gen AI. I'm here. Now I'll execute my command WAPI initialize. Make sure this command we will execute in the project directory. Otherwise, this may fail. So now it detects that our Visual Studio is a Python project. So other projects supported as React, Angular, and Node.js, etc. So we are using Python. So just say enter. Now, at first attempt, it will ask, it will do a installations on WAPI SDK. So if you are doing for first time, you can say why, and it will generate a sample code that you can refer, and it will create a template as well for configurations and documentations. If you want, you can refer it, else you can say no. Now Let's go back to a next step that will use a WAPI create assistant. Now this is the important step where we will need to create a assistant. So you can give it any name here, like the voice agent which with whom you are talking, right? So let's say I will give it my name here. So I can just say Anand. So this is being created here. If you want this message to be printed, right? Hello, how can I help you here today? So this is the default message. If you want, you can edit it later. Now create a assistant with this setting. So if you are satisfied, just say yes, and this assistant is being getting created. Now this is the URL of this assistant and followed by the assistant ID. Now here we will be, this is the optional. If you are like repeating it again, like you're logging back, so you can do a WAP initialization. No need to authenticate in the second time. So this WAP initialization do the sufficeful need. Now, what we need, right? If we are doing a like local setting, so we need to do a WAPI MCP setup here. So will you copy this command and paste it here. So this will detect our VS Visual Studio code and we'll just say enter and see that our successfully configured VS code. Now the setup which we required using this command, it's do automatically. Now we have to execute our terminal to open this client server. We need a ngrok HTTP 4242. If you don't have this ngrok applications available in your systems, then you can reach out to the official website of this ngrok. Just let me show you this ngrok. You can reach out to this download page. So this is the official website. We can see ngrok, and here you can download this. So there will be a zip for Windows. You can see, right, these, there is a download options. You can download this file, and then in the command prompt you need to execute this command ngrok config add authentications, and their authentication key will be getting from the official website. So you can get the token and execute it here. Now I already have done this steps, so will not be repeating it here. I'll just simply execute this ngrok http 4242, and we can see that after executing, my ngrok is being running here, and you can see that the session status is online and web interface and forwarding both are up and running. Now in the next terminal we will be the whatever the request it is going to forward, we will be just simply executing that. So the listening is also is enabled here and it is waiting for the request. So are both the setup for WAPI for client and server is being done, and it is able to communicate with our voice agent. Now to demonstrate, I have written a simple HTML code that will have some button which will like when we call, so it will just simply call it. And this is the simple script I have been written which asks for assistant ID. That assistants we have already created here, right? So at the when we created assistant, and the public key which we copy from the dashboard. So I'll just repeat it again from where we can get the public key. So we log into WAPI dashboard, and we here we have a API key, and this is the public key. So you can copy it from here. And application assistant ID, right, that I have created. So using this step, if I can repeat it again, let's go back to the document, and here you can see, right, while creating a WAPI assistant, we have created with my name Anand, and there after creation of successfully assistant, we got some URL. So that end of this URL is nothing but the assistant ID that you can get it. And now in order to run the applications, we will simply copy this python -m http server. We'll simply execute our Python server on a local. So let me just go ahead and I simply trigger this command here. Now I can see that HTTP server port is being running. Now I simply go to this URL localhost 8080. If 8080 is not working for you, you can try 8090 or some other port. in your local. So let me just go and trigger this command. Now you can see that this localhost is recognizing this command, and since our project is inside a Python project, so let me just see, it's already there. So I'll be going inside source, and we can see that this is the HTML page which I have created, and here I can simply click on the start button so that my voice agent is getting started. So let me just click on the start. So this is connecting to my voice agent.
Hello, how can I help you today?
Hey mate, how are you?
I'm just a computer program, but I'm here and ready to assist you. How can I help
Hey,
you today?
hey, thanks. Thank you for connecting me. I am glad you have connected with me. It was a pleasure day. Give me some code for a day.
Of course, here's a thoughtful quote to inspire your day. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs. I hope it resonates with you. If you need anything else, feel free to ask.
No, thank you so much for this. Have a great day.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad I could help. Have a
So this is how we can interact with the voice agent. We can do it as setup locally. So I hope you have understood. So that's how you can set up voice agent in your local. If you found this video helpful, right, please give it like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Study Desk of Anand, for more practical tutorials and interview preparation tips and many more. Thank you so much. Happy learning. Stay tuned.